Welcome back to Iron Completionist, the series where I'm aiming to fill the collection log and do all of the completable, non-repeatable content in RuneScape. In the last episode, honestly, if you missed it, you should go watch it because it's probably the best episode in this series. You guys blew me away with the amount of likes the last video got, so thank you for that, and as a reward, I promise you a grind that you've probably never seen before. There is one limiting factor for a lot of big completionist-related items on this account, and that factor is money. Now, even though it might look like I have more GP than I will ever need on this account, especially if you take into account my ALK tab, I'm going to tell you right now why you're wrong by introducing the first big goal of this account in terms of completionism, the Crystal Crown. The Crystal Crown is purchasable right here in Prifddinas from Lillian. Now, a lot of you guys have probably never heard of this item, but it costs a whopping 250 million GP, and as for what it does, absolutely nothing. You might be thinking you misheard me there, but I promise you did not. The Crystal Crown is a purely cosmetic item that costs 250 million GP. But why is it completionist? Well, it's because it can't be alked and it can't be sold back. Technically, you can purchase more than one, but I'm counting this as completionist for those two reasons. This is without a doubt the most expensive cosmetic item in the entire game, and isn't even the only use for GP. Introducing the more responsible use for GP, buying bank slots. Now, a lot of you guys have been hounding me to do this for a long time, and it's something that I always plan on doing, but honestly, the Crystal Crown sounded way more interesting to me, so I wanted to do it first. In order to buy all of the bank slots, I need a whopping 888 million additional GP on top of the 250 mil for the Crystal Crown, which is well over 1 billion GP in raw gold on an Iron Man. So before I work my way through this absolutely gigantic ALK tab, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I can just sell to shops, like some unstrung bows, and maybe a few other things that aren't really worth the time to ALK. Yeah, I'm just gonna dump the hell out of all these items because, quite frankly, I don't need them, and I don't want to world hop or use my main to buy out the stock of 100,000 rune arrows, so I think I'm just going to sell them and maybe get a couple mil out of this. One excursion down Carpal Tunnel Lane later, that's 6 mil. That's actually not bad. I expected it to be about that, so, works for me. Well, since I'm going to be constantly alking, I figure I might as well do something that can unlock some collection log slots at the same time. And, I'm looking at the Brimhaven Agility Arena. Not excited about it, but I'm looking at it. And I think that's something I could do, because I was considering just doing regular agility to get some marks of grace anyway, so might as well try this out. Well, there's our first collection log slot, the first Brimhaven agility ticket. I guess I've never done this before, which is not even slightly surprising. The nice thing about this is, because I'm 99 agility, I'm pretty sure I can't fail any obstacles, so there's really no big concern of ever getting somewhere on time, as long as I'm not, looking away from the screen. Alright, got a random event, which rewarded me with some camo bottoms as well. That's worth missing out on an agility ticket for. The double hit 10% chance, which I think is from the Karamja gloves for. 100 agility tickets so far. I think it's 250 to recolor the set. I really hope it recolors the whole set and not just piece by piece. I haven't bothered to look it up. And then I'll still need 800 more tickets for the Pirate's Hook. So I might keep doing Brimhaven, or I might just go do something else, because you get about 60 tickets, 66 with Karamja gloves for an hour. So getting 800 is like 12 or 13 hours. And that doesn't sound fun at all. Alright, that's the first inventory of alkables done. 186 tickets, so doing pretty good there. There is a lot more stuff to alk in my bank though, but we already have 50 mil. And let's see what the total tally is up to. 182 mil, and there's still plenty to go in here, so yeah. There we go, that is 250 agility arena tickets. So I'm going to go get the rest of my graceful out of the bank, and hopefully it recolors the whole set, because I've never done this. And if it doesn't, and I have to do this for every piece, God, this grind will be terrible. Okay, please tell me it's the whole set. Oh, yes, look at that. That's what, 6? Yeah, 6 collection log slots. How does this look? You know what? Actually, pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, the light blue probably goes better with the Ellie, but I kind of like it. I mean, obviously, I'm just going to keep wearing the max cape and not this thing. Alright, the cape looks kind of funky, but all Alright, that's 6 slots. I'm gonna see if there's anything else that's maybe more productive I can do, because, like I said, 800, 800 tickets for the Pirate's Hook. A little intimidating, so there might be something I can do that's a little more, I don't know, useful, or can get me more slots currently. Not that desperate for slots where I'll do a 12-hour grind yet. Side note, that is a 201 million GP cash stack. Getting pretty close to the Crystal Crown. I definitely have more than enough Alex to be able to do it, because I still have all these Onyx Bolts in here. I'm just trying to do some of the more expensive, or I guess the smaller stacks of items first. Why? I don't know, man. I'm just going down the list. Okay, well, I don't have to worry about rooftop courses because I have plenty of amylase crystals, so that's off the list. Nothing in here is insanely benefited to do with alching. A lot of the stuff I would lose tons of time alching, like Mahogany Homes and a bunch of other stuff. Like, I could get a couple alchs in here and there, but nothing crazy. So, honestly, I think what I'm going to do is just go back to Slayer and just buy a bunch of fire runes and just alch while I slay stuff until I get a boss task. Because, yeah, why not? My task right now is worms, so I should pretty easily be able to alch while doing that one. Oh my god. Alright, well that's dragon knives from worms. I'm pretty sure I got dragon throne axes from Drakes in the last video, and I believe this is like a 1 in 2,000 drop or something absolutely ridiculous from worms even on task. So that's a bit unfortunate because I still need the dragon sword in the log from here, so... Or maybe it's the harpoon. I don't know. I need something from here still, though. Alright, I can't alch during this one, but I will take a 39 Zulrah task. That's interesting. There's probably some combat tasks with Zulrah that I still need to do, so let me take a look. Ooh, there are a lot of them. I've done a lot of Zulrah, but I don't think I've done it since the combat diary came out, so let me take a look at these. Okay, well, as it turns out, every single one of these has to do with not having a Slayer task. So, I guess I'm just gonna go kill 38 Zulrah, because it doesn't really matter. Collection log-wise, though, I mean, there's still plenty of stuff to get from here. I do have both mutagens on this account, which I am insanely thankful are tracked retroactively, because that would have really sucked if they weren't. But all of the normal Zulrah uniques are still on the table, so I guess I'll just throw on the Bofa and we'll just do some chill Zulrah for a bit. Well, that's the Zulrah task done. Nothing eventful. Well, this is another task I can't alch while doing. It is Calphites in the Calphite layer, which I can actually do at the Calphite Queen, because it's the right location, thank you, Konar. And I'm missing a lot of stuff from Calphite Queen, but I don't know if this is something I want to do right now. So I'm going to take a look at some other little side activities that I can do while alching, to maybe fill some collection log slots while getting this 250 million GP. Well, there's a bunch of stuff that I can still do while alching. But I think I'm just going to go for some random combat things, starting with the Mask of Renault, which is 1 in 1,000 from Undead Druid. Oh. Wow. Alright. There's the Mask of Renault already. That took, like, literally no time at all. I think I was here for maybe, like, an hour. So, okay. Let me see how many kills that was. Like 200 kills. Alright, so we got lucky on that. Alright, let's see if I can find something else to do. Okay, new tactic. So originally what I was going to do was go catch some implings for future clue scrolls. But, I don't know, it's kind of weird, and also that's just not fun on its own, let alone adding alching to it. So I think what I want to do now is go and do the Sins of the Father quest, which is something I have yet to do. And that'll unlock me the ability to go for a blood shard. And that's going to be used at some future bosses. So I figure, might as well get it done, and I can pretty easily alch while doing that. Woo! Sins of the Father for the 6th time, I think? I don't even know what to put this stuff in. I'm just going to dunk it into... I don't know. Herblore? Why not? I don't really care too much about post 99 XP. At least not now. Maybe in the future, if you guys are interested, I can do some rank grinding and stuff too. But, yeah, that's that done. So now I'm going to go AFK some, well, not really AFK, I'm going to go do some Firewatch Sentinels. And the nice thing about this too that I remembered in the midst of doing the quest is that because of finishing Sins of the Father, I now have access to the Hallowed Sepulchre, which I don't think I've ever really done aside from very, very mildly back in Trailblazer League. So that's probably going to have a huge learning curve. So the rate on getting a blood shard from killing the Firewatch Sentinels is 1 in 1,500. If I really get desperate to go for a bunch of them, I'll probably just start pickpocketing, because even though that's 1 in 5,000, when you're using the rogue's outfit, you get 2, so it just makes it a little bit better. And once I'm done alking, this is just going to be another one of those activities that just gets added to my AFK repertoire of things, on top of fishing for big shark and big bass and big swordfish, and AFKing amethyst for amethyst darts. There's so many different things, man. Oh! Okay. Okay. Wow. That was fast. I'm only like 150 KC. I've been leaving every time I get a hard clue scroll, and I've had 2 or 3 so far, but wow. Okay, man, the spoon is out in full force lately, and I am definitely here for it. Unlike a lot of the other activities, I am going to actually stay here because, like I said, I am going to need multiple blood shards. They only last for 10,000 hits, which is a lot, especially because I don't have a scythe, so it won't be going down super quickly. But I just want to have a couple of them, maybe for Nightmare, maybe for a couple other things that I want to work on soon. Alright, Sergeant Damien, what do we got? Camo helmet, that's another collection log slot. I think that's everything. I'm probably just, yeah, I'm just missing the emotes now, so. Getting close to completion of random events, then I'll just have to aimlessly chase the stale baguette for months and months. Well, about 8 hours of alking later, and a little bit over 1,000 Firewatch Sentinels, and I am just about done alking these Onyx Bolts. This puts me at way more than 250 mil. Not like way more, but I wanted to have at least a little bit of cash left over afterwards, just in case I need it, because I might for something. If you ask me what, I have no idea, but I'm just weird. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to, like, actually do this once I find this armor shop. This, oh, I'm literally standing right next to it. This is, this is so stupid. Okay, Crystal Crown. 250 million GP for a cosmetic, but it is definitely completionist, so... Oh, God. And just to prove my point, I can't sell it back. So there goes 250 million GP on an Iron Man account for a cosmetic. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one of these crystals, too, to recolor it. I think this'll look best with the Ellie. Let me just see if I can get a little better position here. Oh, that matches the Ellie perfectly. You know, it's a work in progress. I should probably give my character some hair. That might make it look a little better, but spend 250 million GP for that. Well, now that I have my beginnings of fashionscape here, I think I should probably go do something that maybe I can look at this while I'm doing, so maybe some mini games or something. I don't know. I'll take a look and figure out what I want to do next. You know, instead of running around in my very pretty gear, which I would very much like to do, I think I want to make my collection log pretty by getting some green logs in here. And the first one that I want to do is pest control. Now, I know everyone's like, wow, you want to do pest control? You know, actually, I don't hate the minigame. I think between all my accounts, I've gotten like 8 full sets of void, and I had like 12,000 pest points on my hardcore. So getting a couple hundred, not a problem at all. You know, and who says you can't still flex a little while you're doing pest control? I mean, come on. You know, I'm not gonna lie, the more I wear this crystal crown, the more it's kind of growing on me. I'm kind of liking it. Admittedly, that took a bit longer than I expected because we were failing a lot of games, but 263 void points should be enough if I can figure out which void knight it is here. The 2 things that I still need are the void knight seal. I admittedly have no idea what this does. Never used it, probably never will. And the Void Knight Mace, which I believe allows you to auto-cast the Laws of Gothic spell. So again, probably not going to use that one. But if we go to minigames, Pest Control is now green, which is beautiful. I think one of the next things I want to start poking at here and there is Trouble Brewing. I've never actually played this minigame before, but there are 30 unique collection log slots here. And I'm pretty sure this is another one that's very similar to Castle Wars, where it's basically just get in there, AFK for an extended amount of time. Except with Trouble Brewing, you can't actually trade the rewards back. So I don't know exactly how many hours it is, but it's probably like over 100, maybe 200 hours to get all of these. So let's start making a little dent in that. So Trouble Brewing is interesting is the word I'm going to use here. It's actually not too terribly difficult to get the pieces of 8. It's just slow. As you can see, each game lasts 20 total minutes, and the maximum pieces of 8 that you can get are around 100. Technically, you can get more. It's a decent bit of effort, and I might start doing that in the future, but the fastest way to get 100 is just filling up 100 buckets with water and then using them on this hopper, which does not go automatically and seems to have some fun laggy problems. But if I'm getting 100 pieces of 8 per game, and each game takes 20 minutes with a minor wait time in between, assuming around 300 pieces of 8 per hour, it's not super terrible. It's just one of those grinds where there's a lot of downtime and absolutely nothing I can do in that downtime because you can't bring anything in here with you. So I couldn't have done the alching in here. I can't really do much of anything besides just wait for the next game to start. Curiosity for the sake of curiosity led me to do some calculations while I'm sitting here, not doing anything else. And it's somewhere in the margin of about 150 hours if you're getting 300 pieces of 8 per hour to fill this log. Man, Jagex, why? Why? Well, I've been here for a little over 3 hours at this point. There's 900 pieces of 8. Not sure how long I'm going to stay, because I want to be able to pick up a few items. Also, don't mind the weird screen region. It's much easier for me to put the buckets of water in the thing this way. Well, I figure while I'm out here and looking at my pieces of 8, I might as well buy some stuff. There are 2 different rums here that I think these actually teleport you here. So these are pretty useless, honestly, but they only cost 20 each, which is really nice. And then the stuff, which costs 50 pieces of 8, this is what you use to make your ale more likely to mature when you're brewing it. So maybe that's actually useful for that one Master Clue ale if I don't have any on this account. I'm really not sure. Then I think I want to start by buying all of the naval hats, which are 500 each. And now you can see why I said 150 hours is quite a bit of time at this place, because just this one flag costs 6,000. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but there are 4 collection log slots, which is pretty nice. Well, after a long day of editing, which is still kind of going on in the background, I gathered myself up another 1,500 pieces of 8, so let's go ahead and buy a few more tricorn hats after making sure that I don't buy the blue one. Don't buy the blue one, idiot. Alright, buy the other ones. There we go. Green, red, and brown. That is 3 more collection log slots, and I still have 3 more hats and a lot of other stuff to go from here. But bright side is, it is AFK. I can't edit while I do it, so there's going to be a few grinds like this on this series where even if I try to speed it up, it's not going to change much. I could make the actual rum doing this minigame, and it might speed it up like 10%, but it's like 800 times the effort. Not worth it. But of course, before I put these in the POH, do they look good? You know, honestly, they don't really look that bad, considering these have been out for absolutely ages. If I didn't have the crystal crown, I would probably rock the blue one. You know, I'm discovering the hardest part of this minigame is not accidentally AFK logging while I'm doing stuff. That's happened 3 times now, and you don't get put back in the minigame. You just awkwardly end up having to restart. Alright, a few hours later, and I now have another 1,500 pieces of 8. So let's go over to the Troubled Brewing log. We still need the black tricorn, purple tricorn, and gray tricorn hats. Okay, so black, purple, gray, and there we go. We now have every single tricorn hat, which I feel like is a pretty darn good start to this log. Now, the hats are actually the cheapest part. So, yeah, but I did get 10 new slots in this log, so you know what, I'm pretty happy with that. That's definitely a good start. I think everything else is at minimum 1,000 pieces of 8, and then these flags get they just get ridiculous. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to spend quite a few more hours here, but this is definitely a nice little dent. Now I want to move on to something a little bit faster, just so I can get another quick green section in the log, and that is going to be creature creation. This might not be as fast as an iron, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to gather some really weird stuff to make the weird creatures, but, you know, I guess we'll see. For those of you guys who don't know what creature creation is, you're probably not an Iron Man, because this is something a lot of us have to do to get red spider eggs. But basically, you take a couple of random secondary materials like raw chicken and swordfish, put them on an altar, and combine into the creepiest things you will ever see. For some reason, these creepy things drop satchels and a tea flask. I don't know why. It makes zero sense to me, but it's some free collection log slots, so let's go get it done. Alright, the first terrifying creature that we are killing is called a newt roost. That is... Look at its eyes. What the... Oh, it's creepy. Oh, okay, well that was easy. Luckily for me, that only took literally 2 kills. I really hope that I go lucky on the later ones, because they have some pretty crappy secondaries. These ones aren't too bad. Alright, next up is the Unicow. I just want to be the guy who roams up to, like, the Lumbridge cow field and sees a guy in pretty much max strength just slaughtering cows for seemingly no reason. Hey, there is the tea flask. This can actually drop from any of the creatures here. Again, I don't know why... And there's a green satchel, too. I don't know why a mixture of a cow and a unicorn would have a satchel you can put sandwiches in or a flask of tea, but... You know, there's weirder things in RuneScape, right? And there's the red satchel. I'm used to killing these. I mean, this is how you get red spider eggs quickly, so... You know, this might be worse than the first one. It's pretty creepy. Hey, that was nice and fast. Black satchel. Now, the last two are substantially less fun. So, one of them requires raw jubbly, which you have to, you know, get a chompy chick and catch the jubbly, and that's just weird. The other one is raw cave eel and giant frog legs. I don't even know where to get those, so I gotta figure that out. What the f is that? What is that thing, dude? Okay. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Hey, thank God we got lucky on this one, because it's a little weird. Luckily, these ones actually dropped the jubbly, so I only had to get one. But the last thing, again, cave eels, giant frog legs. Weird. The frog eel. I might have to censor this, dude. I don't know if I could post this on YouTube. Hey, there it is. That is the plain satchel. I went a little dry on this one. Took like 20 kills. It's like a 1 in 6 drop rate, so had together a bunch of extra frog legs. But that means the creature creation minigame tab is, or I guess it's an other tab, is now green, which is beautiful. Adding that to the just slowly growing number of green tabs. We're all the way up to 448 log slots now, as well as, of course, obtaining the Crystal Crown, which I have to say is one of the reasons I'm really enjoying this series so far. It's just doing things that I definitely wouldn't have done otherwise. I mean, spending 250 mil on a random cosmetic would have never crossed my mind before this. But I hope you guys are enjoying this as always, and I will see you guys in the next one, where I want to do a little bit of bossing.